Hey everyone, welcome back. My name's Dustinkreis, and today we are going to take a trip down memory lane, and we're going to talk about the iOS port of Dragon Quest. Just finished it up last night, reliving a lot of old school memories, because this game, it's not just a game, and this series is not just a series, to me anyway. This is literally the game that got me into not only RPGs, but just gaming in general back in the day. And this is going to be kind of the start of an updated Dragon Quest collection series of videos. I plan on maybe doing one later in the day and doing some other ones because it's going to be a multi-part series, and I got nothing but time, so I might as well do them. But anyway, this is the game that really got me into gaming in general, not just RPGs. I remember going to a friend's house and sitting watching them play on their NES, because we hadn't had one yet, and I was like 6 or 7, somewhere around that age. And I was watching them, maybe I was more 7, because I can't remember when Dragon Warrior 1 came out. I don't know if there's a date on the cart or not. 89, so I would have been 7. And we hadn't got the NES quite yet, so it's hard to remember the time frames. Jesus, 89, that's crazy. So sitting there watching them play Dragon Quest, I was huge into like knights and dragons, and when the Lego Knights came out, I had to have the Lego Knights, and I'd watch, the Sword in the Stone, like, just constantly. And just when I saw this game and saw this little character, traveling over these plains and forests and mountains, and then going into a cave and lighting a torch to see his way, it was just, I was enthralled. And this is actually the cartridge that got me started with Dragon Quest. This was their cartridge. I bought it at a yard sale later that year when we got our NES. And I would just play this game over and over and over again. And when I wasn't playing this game, I would grab like a wooden sword and shield that we had made, and I would go outside and I would play Dragon Warrior. That's how much I love this game. I would be running around, like this, like the character in the game, around our 60-acre farm, fighting slimes and drakes and goldmen, and going to vanquish the Dragon Lord. Almost said Draco Lord, because that's kind of how it was written in the first game because of space issues. But anyway, yeah, this is kind of more than just a game for me. This is what got me into gaming, and it's sad. It's sad to sit here and like look at my little Dragon Quest shrine up there, and think about how the series is kind of getting treated over here in the States, or just in the West in general. Nowadays, RPGs are kind of making a bit of a comeback thanks to like Bravely Default and the Tales series and things like that. So it seems like the right time to bring Dragon Quest back. But instead of bringing over like Dragon Quest 7 on 3DS, we get these iOS ports. So I do have a bit of trepidation about purchasing the iOS ports. And there's these people out there saying, oh, boycott it until they bring out the real stuff. But maybe they're using the iOS stuff as like a gauge for the series' popularity over here. And I mean, everyone has a smartphone. Usually everyone has a smartphone, and it's on iOS and Android. So the market, quote unquote, is there, and I don't know. It's hard to recommend it, but at the same time, I feel like if we don't look into these iOS games, then we're not going to see Dragon Quest over here. So there's like a weird balancing of the scales. But putting all that aside, if someone was to ask me what the definitive port of Dragon Quest 1 was, I hate to say it, but it is the iOS version. It just got everything going for it. The controls are spot on. There's only a few times where I accidentally hit the back button because I have these sausage thumbs instead of selecting a spell. But other than that, I mean, even the digital D-pad, which I usually hate, I didn't have any more trouble moving my character around than I did back in the NES versions, with like overshooting, the one square you're supposed to walk on to, go left or something like that. yeah, the controls are spot on. The graphics are beautiful. They look a little bit better than maybe a Super Nintendo version, which is perfect for Dragon Quest. The music is that beautiful symphonic score, and just kind of walking around with that symphonic score in my earbuds was it was awesome, just amazing. So it is kind of a weird thing to say that this is the definitive port of Dragon Quest 1. But I mean, it's kind of perfect for mobile when you think about it, because it's not that in-depth of an RPG. With only one character and one enemy, you don't really have to pay attention to it as much as you would, say, Dragon Quest 2 or Dragon Quest 3, which I really kind of hope that they do iOS ports of those as well, because I'd love to have Dragon Quest 3 on my phone. That would just be, I'd just be happy with that. Yeah, I don't know exactly what else to say. It's $3 on iOS, and for me, $3 to relive some old memories and have some old fun. And, you know, I was posting pictures of the game on the AGP Facebook page, and I still get a bit excited when something happened. Like, I found Erdrick's sword, and I was like, ooh, and it still said Erdrick, it didn't say Lodo, which Lodo is the original Japanese name, and Erdrick is sort of the westernized name. And for some reason, I like Erdrick more. I think Erdrick just sounds more badass. And then when I got to that last basement level of the Dragon Lord's castle, and I saw him sitting over there, I was like, ooh, it's on. And I guess if there's one criticism of the game, now that I'm thinking about it, it is nerfed a little bit. I was going to places that I shouldn't have been at the level I was at. I remember back in the NES game, if you even tried to cross a bridge before like level 5 or 6, you were just dead. And I was like level 3 or 4 over in coal, and I was like, this is way too early to be over here. But at the same time, it being a mobile game, and, you know, maybe modern audiences wouldn't be up for that grind fest. It does fit the port, and it is a lot more enjoyable in some ways. Some of the boss battles were a bit too easy, because you do gain levels pretty quick in this version. So, like the battle in for Erdrick's armor against the knight, I can't remember what they changed the name to now, but that was a pretty easy fight. The Dragon Lord battle was an easy fight. The Green Dragon actually gave me trouble, because I thought, you know, I could try to fight it couple levels earlier than I really should have, and it still beat me. But that was really the only time I died, was fighting against the Green Dragon. And I can remember being a kid just dying all the time in that game and losing all my gold, which that's another thing, the gold. Whenever you die in a Dragon Quest game, you lose half of your gold. This game does have banks, so it's easy to go back to Tangential, or however you want to say it, and just bank your money. And like, I bought the Silver Shield and the Flame Sword with no problem, and I remember in that game just slogging to get that equipment, just to get into the Dragon Lord's castle to get Erdrick's sword, you know, not that long later. But yeah, if you have an iOS device or an Android device and you want to relive some old memories, $3 for Dragon Quest 1 is a deal. I had a fantastic time with it. And yeah, so let's get... you know, I know some other people out there, like RPG Swagman has been really doing a lot of stuff for Dragon Quest, because this is kind of a weird moment for Dragon Quest fans, because it kind of seems like Square Enix is listening to us and kind of gauging our love of the series. And I need to start, you know, I've been doing the entire thing that Operation Hero, I almost said Rainfall, Operation Hero wants us to do, which is whenever Square Enix posts anything, talk about Dragon Quest, be polite. But I need to get some stuff on the channel about Dragon Quest, so this is going to be the first of what's probably going to be a steady string of Dragon Quest. I gotta get and pull out all the games. I don't know how I want to deal with the shrine yet. I might just get my phone and film the shrine and talk about the games that are up there. But definitely the North American games that I've beat, which I've beat all of the mainline games except for 7. Because I've been wanting to put 7 back in the PlayStation, but then they announced that 3DS port, so now I'm waiting on that 3DS port. I really want to play that 3DS port. I could probably... No, I can't play the Japanese 3DS because it's region locked. Never mind. And then there's some of the sideline games, like the Dragon Quest Monsters games. I really need to get into those and play those. I just kind of stayed away from them because I'm not really big in the Pokemon games, but or those monster collecting games. But give it a shot, and I really want to try this one. I've never given this one a shot, Rocket Slime, and a lot of people talk great things about Rocket Slime. So, even I, who loves the series so much that I would say Dragon Quest is my favorite series, I still haven't played all the games in the series, and that's both a good and bad thing, because it's a bad thing because, you know, I love this series, why haven't I played these games, but it's a good thing because I still have something to look forward to if Square Enix decides to just stop releasing Dragon Quest games over here, which I don't think they will. They've already talked about Dragon Quest 11, you know, getting a Western release, so here's hoping on that. But anyway, that is it for this game discussion on Dragon Quest 1 for the iOS. Excellent port of an excellent game that got me into gaming, period. And I loved every hour I spent with it on my phone. So anyway, guys, that's it for this video. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Take care. I'll see you next time.